Hello Summoners and welcome to MainDeck Masters. Today we have the first match of a best of 3 between James on the left playing what I like to call yellow blessed Lusterlander. It's got Bless, it's got Luster, it's got other landers. And Dave on the right playing an updated version of his green-white Loki token deck. James is going to start us off. He's going to go ahead and play a Hippocampo and pass on over to Dave. What Dave's got, he's got the Ice Elemental Snowbit, the Elemental from EX01, and then he's going to play a Fortress Metropolis Newman City. Hopefully he's got some big Mecha Beast spirits that he can proc off of that Newman City, get them down for cheap. And he's going to pass back on over to James. James is going to play himself a Blessed Cathedral and swing in with that Hippocampo with Blessed. See what Dave does. He decides not to block, giving James the Blessed trigger. It's either give him the Blessed trigger or block and give him the ramp from the Blessed Cathedral. So he chose to give him the Blessed trigger. He's going to set himself a card in the burst zone. He's going to set his elemental up to level 2. And then he's playing a Worker Ant-Man. Alright, he's taking some cores from the elemental to make Worker Ant-Man a level 2. And when it attacks, he is able to ramp a core into his reserve. Dave's going to take it going back down to 5. Dave's going to pass on over. Let's see what James has in store for Dave. We do see a Dual Eagle in his hand and some other cards. Looks like he may be playing that Dual Eagle out. Yes, he is. That Dual Eagle is coming out at level 3, which means that Elemental will not be able to guard it. So, David's going to be forced to take this damage and have James trigger Blessed once again. Dave is going to go ahead and proc his Absolute Ice Shield, ending the turn before James is able to swing with that Hippocampo. He does not want an extra Blessed trigger going off. Very heads-up move by Dave. Using the Absolute Ice Shield early, it does kind of suck, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Let's see what Dave decides to do. He plays out himself a Great Alvar Plains. I guess that was the plan in the first place, so the Hippocampo is going to be exhausted anyway, putting that Newman City up to level 2. And he is going to swing in with his Worker Ant-Man? Or is he? He's going to place a card in the burst zone, then he's going to swing in with the Worker Ant-Man, ramping himself a core, and James is going to take it going back down to 5. Blessed is a wonderful mechanic, going from 6 to 5 to 6 to 5, ramping himself those cores, and he can just take the damage because he's still at full life. We see Princess Anne, another Blessed Cathedral, an Arcana Joker in James's hand. He's got some pretty good gas. Let's see what he decides to play out. So he's going to spin 3, and it looks like he's going to play that Arcana Princess Anne. And he's going to put it to level 3, and it will have Luster when it swings. So maybe he's going to look to play a magic card. There is a Gleam of Hope in his hand, so it does look like he may be looking to play that Gleam of Hope and get it back to his hand off of Luster. So David declines Flash, and there we go. James plays that Gleam of Hope, draws a card giving all his Blessed and Luster units plus 1k. And if that Anne stays on field, the Luster's going to trigger and put that Gleam of Hope back to his hand. So let's see what Dave decides to do. Looks like Dave is considering he's going to take the damage, and he's going to flip himself a Dream Bomb, bouncing that Blessed Cathedral, and I do believe he's paying the cores to probably bounce the Anne so that Luster doesn't proc. But let's see. It looks like he decides to go ahead and bounce that Anne, so Luster does not proc. Let's see if James keeps going. It looks like he's passing back on over to David. Alright. So he doesn't want to keep swinging. He's in a good position. David's at 3, he's still at 5, so really no point to keep swinging. And an Axe Spider comes down for David at level 2. It's not going to be removed by anything but power reduction and being bounced. So that Worker Ant-Man swings, it's ramping him cores. Dave is getting some good core ramp off of that Worker Ant-Man. That's 3 now. But James is only going down to 4 after taking that that damage, and it looks like David is passing back on over to James. A bit of a slower match here. They're just trading minor blows back and forth. James just going back up to 5, coming down to 4, not really taking damage, but not really losing life. He's going to pay 3 for something. He's going to bring that Blessed Cathedral back out, and paying 3 for another Blessed Cathedral. All right, he's double Cathedral. And paying 2 more. Is that Anne going to come back out? It looks like another Hippocampo. Wow, super blessed up on James's side, and he's just going to pass on over. He's in no rush. James is in absolutely no rush. He's still got a pretty healthy hand size. Looks like 4 or 5 cards, 2 Blessed Cathedrals in hand. And he's trying to tell Dave, hey, you need to figure something out because I'm in a good spot. Looks like Dave is simply going to attack with that Worker Ant-Man and ramp himself another core. He might have something in his hand to see what he wants to do. Nope, he's just going to pass on over to James after James takes the damage, going to 3. So it's an even game right now, allegedly. James is going to put a card in the burst zone. It's kind of even, but James has far more cores than David does. He's going to put both of those Blessed Cathedrals up to level 2. And it looks like he may end up start swinging and saying, hey, you block this and kill my units, I'm going to ramp and draw. If you don't, I'm going to heal. So yeah, he's keeping those Hippocampos at level 1. He's like, either take this blessed or let me ramp and draw. Great play by James. Very heads up. David is going to take the damage, going to 2, and James is going to go back down to 4, swinging in with that other Hippocampo. If that is an Ice Shield in James's burst zone, then he's absolutely got nothing to worry about. So David is going to block with the Elemental, and the Hippocampo is going to be destroyed. He's going to draw 2 and ramp 2 off of those Blessed Cathedrals. And it looks like he has another Blessed Cathedral in hand. He's got 2 Wonderland Alice. He's in a great spot, and David is down to, it looks like 3 cards in hand. Not really a great situation for David. He's going to play the Dream Blizzard, bouncing all of the Nexus back to hand. So no more Blessed Cathedral procs for now. Playing that Newman City back out, playing that Alvar Plains back out, resting that Dual Eagle, and swinging with the Worker Ant-Man and ramping himself another core. That Worker Ant-Man is putting in work ramping David. And James is just going to take it going back down to 3. He's got no reason to even care. He's like, sure, I'll take the core. Yeah, put me back down to 3. I'll take the core. I still have 2 blessed units on field. David is going to pass on over to James, and James, he's got a pretty scary sized hand. In yellow, with a hand that large, it is scary. So let's see what James decides he wants to do. Paying 3, is this going to be another Blessed Cathedral? No. He is calling out a unit, and it's going to be an Arcana Joker. That Arcana Joker is going to be unblockable this turn. And does he have another? It does look like he has another Arcana Joker. And Dave is only at 2 life, no burst in the burst zone, so James is going to be able to take this if Dave does not have some sort of answer in his hand. And it looks like David's just like, yeah, you've got me. You've got 2 Arcana Jokers, and I've got nothing to do. It looks, yeah, Gunsmith Mine, a Suppression, another Worker Ant-Man. Yeah, he had absolutely nothing to take this onslaught of blessed units coming at him. James was in just a dominating position the entire game for game 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Leave a comment down below telling us what you thought of the match. We will have match 2 tomorrow and match 3 the next day, so come on back to watch those if you're interested to see how this best of 3 game plays out. A huge shout out to Kingslayer Cards for sponsoring our channel. Make sure to go to the link in the description and use code MDM2023 for 5% off when you're purchasing singles at their website. Have a great day, and we'll see y'all in the next video.